Okay, so you remember on this guitar, the truss rod is adjusted from inside here. Okay, so we are going to have to remove this truss rod cover and then adjust the truss rod from in there. But before we do that, we should probably detune the guitar just a little bit, and that just takes some of the string tension off the neck, because when we tighten this truss rod, it's going to pull this neck back. And so the string tension will be fighting against that. So it'll just make it a little bit easier to turn the truss rod if we slacken off the strings a bit. So. In order to get access to the truss rod adjusting nut, I need to remove the cover. And this particular cover is a Phillips head one. So it's a nice small Phillips screwdriver. Should do it. Make sure it fits well, because the last thing you want to do is to start wringing these Phillips heads. Not that they're expensive screws to replace, but not every store has replacement screws for them, so be careful. Okay, so now you can see we have access to our truss rod, and this particular one is not going to be adjusted using an Allen key. You can usually see that these ones have a big hole in here where an Allen key fits, but this one is actually a nut, so you need to find the proper socket to fit around this nut. I have one right here which I have checked on previously, which is a perfect fit for this nut. Don't cheap out and try and find any nut that kind of fits it. Get one that fits it nice and tight. Otherwise you're going to wring the head on this nut and then you're in lots of trouble. And now we're going to actually adjust the truss rod. So this is the tool I'm going to use for this one. This is the socket. Remember, this guild here has a nut, and this socket is a perfect fit for that nut. So I'm going to put it on. Having backed off the strings, we are now going to give this about 1/4 of a turn. Okay. Then we're going to go back, tune this up, and check the height of the strings. Okay, so right now on the E treble string, we are under 1/8 of an inch. It's about the thickness of a first string, underneath 1/8 of an inch on the first string, and we're still a hair higher than 1/8 of an inch on the bass, so we still have lots of room for adjustment. Okay, let's try that. Feels very nice. Let's just check, see that we still have some relief left. And you can see we do. It's not much, but that's adequate. That's enough. It's not touching any fret. And that's probably about as far as we can go with adjusting the neck. If it was the case that this is still too high for you at this stage, you're going to have to do something else. This is as far as the truss rod can be adjusted. Okay, so now that you've made your neck adjustments, pick up your guitar and play it. See if it feels any different to you. The strings should feel much easier to hold down than previously. If you find that some of your strings are buzzing, you may have adjusted your neck too much, so back off the truss rod a bit. If, however, the strings are still too high for you, then you're probably going to have to make some adjustments either here at the nut, or it's going to involve making adjustments here at the saddle, neither of which I am going to deal with in this video. So if that still needs to be done, I would recommend you take your guitar to a professional guitar tech to do the job. In the meantime, I hope this video has been helpful for you and you're playing your newly adjusted guitar with pleasure and joy. I'm Jim McLean. Happy playing.